Hey guys, Jeff Takes Photos here. I'm here, as you can see right behind me, Flushing Meadows Park, located here in Queens, New York, home of the World's Fair, New York World's Fair. And today I'm going to take a walk around through the park to see if I can see where these famous buildings actually sat, and to check out some of the buildings that still exist here today, which a lot of these buildings that do still exist here are being refurbished and fixed up. So let's go check it out. If you come over here to the main entrance of the parking lot, you'll see this big granite stone right here, which has engraved the New York World's Fair for the 1939 to 1940 World's Fair. And the one that I like the most are the 1964 and the 1965 fair, mainly because of Mr. Walt Disney himself. Right here behind me is Terrace on the Park. This was actually used for a helicopter pad. So helicopters would come and land on the top of this building, and underneath it you have 4 columns that held the whole entire building up to make it look like the building's floating. So this building still exists, which is really cool, and you can see this building from the highway from Grand Central as you're driving in. Right behind me is Fantasy Forest. This is a little amusement park that was put here, you know, just for little kiddie rides and stuff like that. But this carousel right behind me is the actual carousel that was featured at the World's Fair, and it still exists and it still operates, and you can still come here and take a ride on the carousel. Right behind me is the New York State Pavilion, and you have the observation towers right behind me, which right now as we speak they are renovating them and making them to where I think that you'll be able to climb them and you know, take a look around. So hopefully they'll be done with that soon and you'll be able to come and enjoy the towers. Right here would have been the entrance, the main walkway that you would have walked up and gotten to ride up the towers. And over there are the elevator cars. I don't know if I can get a good shot of it because this green fence is in the way, but right there are the spacey looking round elevator cars that went up, which is so cool. This structure is known as the New York State Pavilion. I know they had like little restaurants, and I think the whole ground floor looked like a map of the United States, or maybe just in the entire New York City. And you can see, yeah, the restaurant signs that are still mounted on the wall over there, which is pretty cool. And as you can see, the paint, all that yellow paint is new. So they are in the process of restoring this and making it to where I think you'll be able to come in and walk around and check it out. I'm not sure about the towers, I don't know if they're going to make it operational again, but they are going to restore it. They should at least make a walkway up, sort of like the Statue of Liberty, you know, let people at least walk up. That'd be cool. And right in front of me you have the Unisphere, which the motto for the fair itself and for the world was for peace and understanding. And if you look close, sometimes you might find a pair of Ray-Bans just laying on the ground. Look at that. Look at that. Ray-Bans. Always finding stuff in this park. Hey guys, I don't know if most of you guys know, but Flushing Meadow Park, before it was ever even a park, back I think it might have been 1910, I don't know the exact dates, but it was way before the fair, before the 1930 fair. All this was all marshland, was all marshy marshland, and it was a famous place for, you know, rich people to live. So all around this park, people had homes facing inside the park because it was so beautiful. But after that, they totally filled in the land, became a landfill, and then I think there was some coal factories that produced coal on here, and just became a big junk pile. But they filled it in, and then it became the World's Fair, and then what you see now. Hey guys, right now I'm inside the Queen's Museum, which over here they have a panorama of New York City, which was shown here at the New York World's Fair. But right here is the panorama of the entire New York. Hey guys, I'm inside the panorama right now. This is a whole view of New York City, but before it was just a walk around, this actually used to be a ride that had chairs, sort of like Peter Pan's flight, that would go around this whole view of New York City below you, making you feel like you're flying around. There's the horizontal bridge. So over here is Staten Island. Then you can cross over the horizontal bridge over into Brooklyn. And Manhattan is over there. Queens is over there. That's where I live, and that's where we're at right now. And Long Island is out there. And Brooklyn and Coney Island is all right around here. In the back they have a whole section of artifacts from the World's Fair, from the 1939 and 1964 World's Fair. And you guys will love this, the Sinclair dinosaur. And there he is. So I believe way down there is where Carousel of Progress and It's a Small World was located. There are plaques along the side that says where they were located. So you really don't even need a map. If you just walk around through the park and just take your time and spend a whole day here, you'll find where everything was located at. Cool stuff. And here's something that I've come here to this park a bunch of times and I've never ever noticed this. I can't believe I've never noticed this. But if you look at the ground, it's a map. It's a map of everything. Look at the sky trams. There's the Unisphere. Look, 1939 World's Fair. And what does that look like, everybody? Don't that look like the Epcot ball? And check this out. All down through here was all fountains. And way down at the end there is where they had the big major fountain, where I've seen in videos where all the Disney characters, and I believe A Small World is over here, and Carousel of Progress was over here on the other side, way down there. So we're gonna go check it out and see if I can find the plaques. And there is the Rocket Man, another structure that still exists from the World's Fair. And there is Rocket Man reaching for the comet. Well guys, this right here is the spot that I've been looking for, or that I wanted to show you guys. The area where Carousel of Progress and It's a Small World was located at, and where they had the huge fountain display. This whole lake right here would just be spewing with fountains. The whole lake, with all kinds of decorations and stuff carrying on. And right here where I'm standing right now would be all kinds of characters, Disney characters, Goofy, you name it, the Seven Dwarves, all of them dancing around right here. Probably, I'm thinking the after party. Usually they do the fountain show and the light show at the end of the night. The excitement that must have went on here. You know, this was Disney. This was Disney before Florida became Disney. Of course you had Disneyland, I know that, and Walt Disney came from Disneyland, but he came here to make his inventions and his inspirations bigger and better. Because he was going to make this the new Disney World. The biggest thing that's closest to my heart, and the thing that gets me more excited than anything here in New York City. Take a look at this. Avenue of Progress. Right here is where Carousel of Progress was located. Man, I want to dig that up and take it home. Okay, I just found where It's a Small World is located. And right here, the same kind of plaque that says Avenue of Progress. So the park ranger just told me that Carousel of Progress was on the other side, and right here where they're playing soccer is where it is a small world. Avenue of Progress. And here we go, where Abraham Lincoln stood and did his performance for all of us And for Mr. Walt Disney himself to perfect his craft, Court of the President. The building stood right here, and this is where you would go inside and see whatever went on in there. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the tour of Flushing Meadow Park. I found pretty much most of the buildings that I wanted to find. At least I found the Disney related buildings that once stood here. But I will be back with a map, and I will go around and will hunt down every building that once stood here. And also we'll be back with my metal detector to see what I can pull out of the earth. And you guys stay good, stay healthy. Thanks to all my subscribers that have subscribed to me. I really appreciate it, and I love you all. I will see you on the next video, guys. Bye.